Hi, I'm Jake Ferree, and this is Yo 30 Core. With me today, we have Jenny, and Jenny's going to be walking us through the modifications throughout the sequence. We also have Mike over here, so feel free to watch Mike. He's going to be doing some more of the advanced moves. With that said, let's get started, guys. Let's come into child's pose. Knees are going to be spread out, basically as wide apart as the mat. You're going to extend the arms forward and start to sit the butt back. So our main goal here is we want to try to create as much length and extension throughout the spine as we can. Butt pulls back as the chest pulls forward. Arms are extending forward. Start to deepen the breath. Begin to allow your inhales and your exhales to become a bit longer. Inhale together through the nose. Hold the breath at the top. We're going to hold the breath here for the next 5, 4, 3, 2. Open the mouth to let it go. Let's do that again. Big inhale through the nose. Breathing all the way up into the chest, holding the breath. Holding here for the next 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Open the mouth. Here, let's allow the rest of the breath to come in and out smoothly through the nose. And we're going to keep in mind here that throughout our core program, yoga core is a little bit different than maybe what you're used to with doing the workouts where we're just kind of crunching the entire time. Yoga core is about creating more length, more extension throughout the body, and trying to engage the body fully when we're in these poses. So I'm going to ask you to give your personal best here to make this program more complete for you. Good. From child's pose, shift forward to forearm plank. You're going to keep your forearms on the floor. Hands are flat to the floor. Fingers are spread out wide. Jenny's going to keep the modification here by staying on her knees. Maybe she's going to start feeling a little bit more into it as she's going and come off of maybe just one knee. There it is. Mike's going to keep both knees off the floor. Belly stays active the entire time. Shoulders are pointed down the back and the neck stays long. Pausing here for about 5 breath counts here. So trying to stick with it here. Even when you start to get a little bit tired, can you push through this? Again, if you need to modify, you have your knees there for you. But let's try to stick together here. Just one more big inhale, fill it up. Good. As you exhale, just lower the hips down to the floor. The hips are going to stay on the floor. Release the tuck of the toes. Coming to what's called Sphinx pose. So as we're here in Sphinx pose, you want to notice that the elbows are positioned right underneath the shoulders. Palms are pressing into the floor and the chest is elevated. Shoulders are pointed down the back. So a little extra bonus here behind the Sphinx pose is you get a bit of a stretch here throughout the chest and also throughout the belly. Good, guys. Lower the chest all the way down to the floor. Once the chest is down here on the ground, walk your hands back just slightly so your fingertips are underneath your shoulders. Press down with the hands just a little bit and start to lift the chest up. Good. Pull the shoulder heads back. This is called baby cobra. Good. Chest is pulling forward. Elbows are pulled in tight to the side. I'm going to have Mike straighten his arms out completely, coming into what's called upward facing dog. Jenny's going to stay there with the modification, keeping the bend in the elbows. Shoulder heads are rotating back as the chest keeps pulling forward. Again, Mike has his arms straight. He's trying to keep his legs off the floor. So if you notice, his knees are floating off the ground. Pressing down so much with the tops of your feet. Nice, guys. Tuck the toes, press back into downward dog. Toes are tucked. Butt pulls up as the chest keeps pulling back towards the thighs. Head is relaxed. Breath keeps deepening. Pressing down with the hands to find a little bit more space. Good. Let's move through this together. Inhale, slowly shift forward to plank pose. Good. As you're here in plank, we're going to pause. Belly's tight. Again, Jenny's lowering down to her knees as a modification. Bend the elbows lower down halfway with what's called chaturanga. Pause here. Mike has his knees off the ground, belly tight. Good. Straighten out the arms, back to plank. There it is. Do it again. Bend the elbows lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale right back to plank to straighten the arms. This last one, we're going to move through a vinyasa. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale right into upward facing dog or the modified version coming into baby cobra. Exhale, press back, downward dog, tucking the toes. Butt pulls up towards the sky as the chest pulls back towards the thighs. Good. From downward dog, pedal the feet out a few times. So as we're pedaling the feet out, we're just bending one knee, straightening it out, bending the other knee, straightening it out. Chest keeps pulling back as you keep creating more length and extension. Good, guys. Now let's find some stillness. When you're in a place of stillness with downward facing dog, you're still pressing down with the hands and pulling the chest back. If you notice, Jenny here, she's going to put a little bend in her knees, and that's just going to help alleviate some of the pressure on the back if you happen to have any. It allows you to get a little bit deeper into the pose. Good, guys. Inhale, bends the knees. Exhale, either step or jump, bringing the feet towards the front of the mat. Inhale, find a flat back, lift just halfway. Exhale to fold forward. Jenny is going to modify these by keeping her hands on her shins, so keep mind of that if you need to play with that modification. Hands to the shins of the modifier. Inhale, flat back, halfway rise. Exhale to fold. Good, connecting with the breath. Inhale, raise the arms to the sky. Find some more length as you stand tall. And then exhale, hands slowly come center to the heart. Good, with the breath we move. Surya Namaskar. Inhale, raise the arms to the sky. Good, exhale, fold forward, chest towards thighs. I'm going to join you guys. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, either step back or jump back. Lower right into chaturanga as you bend the elbows. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra as the option. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Good, pausing here for a few breaths. Keep in mind, Jenny's there for the modifier if you need it. Inhale, bends the knees. Exhale, step or jump, feet come towards the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back, halfway we rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, raise the arms all the way up, stand tall as you reach high. Exhale, hands slowly come center to the heart. Good, inhale, raise the arms, connecting with the breath. Exhale, fold forward, chest lowers all the way down towards the thighs. Inhale, flat back, halfway we rise. Exhale, plant the palm, step or jump right into chaturanga. Good, inhale your way into upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward dog. And stick with me here, we're gonna do one more round. With the breath we move. Inhale, bends the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or jump, feet come forward. Inhale, flat back, chest pulls forward. Exhale to fold, relax the head. Inhale, stand tall, lift the arms high. Exhale, hands come centered to the heart. Good, inhale, raise the arms, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, lowering the chest down to the thighs. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, plant the palm, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, shoulders back or baby cobra. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Good, taking a moment here in your dog, relax the head. Maybe give your head a few yeses, just shake it yes a few times. Good, shake it no. Letting go of any thought or worry with each shake you give yourself. Keep pulling the chest to the thighs, keep lowering the heels down towards the floor. Inhale, raise the right leg to the sky. Right leg stays lifted here, right hip is closed off. Right pinky toe points down towards the floor, chest is pulling back towards the thighs. Good, another big inhale. Exhale, pulls the right knee all the way forward. Step the right foot between the hands. If you can't quite get it all the way up there, you're gonna grab the foot to switch it forward. Back foot is gonna spin flat. Our alignment that we're looking for here is the same setup as a warrior one. So we want the heel to heel alignment, or possibly a little bit further if you have a little bit off on the balance. So if your balance is a little bit off, your feet are gonna be just a little bit wider. Good, reach both arms forward. Jenny's modifying by keeping one hand onto her thigh. Mike's reaching both arms forward, trying to create more length and extension all the way throughout his spine. Keep pressing down with the back foot and keep creating that full length throughout the entire body. Another inhale, guys. Good, exhale, start to reach the arms back behind you. Again, noticing the modification here is still keeping one hand on the front thigh. Chest keeps pulling forward as the shoulders keep rotating back. Neck stays long. Inhale to raise the arms, coming right into warrior one. Both arms are lifted. Shoulders are positioned over the hips. Back leg is straight. Hips are squared off. Front knees strongly bent. Exhale, open up warrior two. From warrior two, our arms are fully extended. Shoulders are relaxed. Belly is active. And you still have that big bend in the front knee. Another thing to notice here with warrior two, I'm not sure if you saw it or not, but the front foot kind of heel toes a little bit over to the side, so the front heel is now in line with the back arch. Good, inhale, straighten the arms, raise both arms to the sky, and straighten that front leg. Calling this extended triangle pose. Arms are up to the sky. Exhale, reversing the triangle pose. Reaching that top arm towards the back of the room as we find more length and extension throughout the spine. Again, with the core here today, it's all about finding that extension throughout the body so we can engage the core. Good, inhale, reach the arms forward. Both arms extend forward. Still extending throughout the torso. Jenny's modifying here a little bit. You're gonna notice that her back arm is reaching towards the back of the room. That's just gonna help give you a little bit more support within the pose. Good, another inhale, guys. Exhale, release the bottom hand down towards the shin. The top arm reaches up and over the head if it's not already there. So finding this extension here with the angle. You notice that Jenny put her hand on that block below her. Feel free to use the block here if needed for your practice. Good, inhale, rebend the front knee, reach back, coming into reverse warrior. Rebending the knee, arm keeps reaching back, creating that full extension throughout the side body. Good, another inhale. Exhale, release the hands down to the floor. Good, you're gonna start to walk the hands forward, coming in a full 180 until we're centering off to the foot facing this way. Good. Now from here, we're going to take the front foot, step it back. Lower down in the chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale to press back, downward facing dog. Good. From downward dog, inhale, raise the left leg to the sky. Again, take the time checking with the leg. The hip is closed off. Left toes point down towards the floor. Left leg is straight as the chest keeps pointing back towards the thighs. Exhale, steps the left foot forward. Again, if you can't quite reach it all the way forward, you use that hand as a helper. Back foot spins flat. Check in, heel to heel alignment. Inhale, reach the arms forward towards the front of the rope. Again, your modification here at this sequence is keeping one hand on the thigh, but you're still creating that same extension throughout the entire body. Another inhale. Exhale, start to reach the arms towards the back of the rope. Good. Chest still keeps pulling forward, still ideally trying to keep the hips pretty square here. Inhale, raise the arms to the sky, coming into warrior one. Ideally trying to get the shoulders positioned right over the hips, or maybe even start to arch back a little bit more, exploring a bit of a back bend. Good. Exhale, open up warrior two. Chest and hips are open towards the TV. Relax those shoulders. Keep that full extension throughout the arms. Back leg is straight. Good. Inhale, straighten out the front leg and raise the arms to the sky, coming into our standing triangle pose. Good. Another inhale to lengthen, get a little bit taller. Good. Now keep that extension as you start to reach towards the back of the room, coming into reverse triangle pose. Again, with our core sequence here today, it's all about finding length and extension throughout the entire core. We want to be engaging the abs, engaging the obliques, and keeping this full extension. Good. Next inhale, start to hinge forward. Both arms reach forward unless you're modifying the pose. Modifiers, you have the back arm reaching back to help find a little bit more balance. Good, guys. Let's release the bottom hand down towards the bottom shin, reaching the top arm up and over the head. Again, if you need that block, you're just putting the hand on the block. Good. Can you keep a little bit more extension here? Really keep the core engaged. Inhale to reverse the warrior. You're going to rebend the front knee as you start to reach all the way back. Front knee's bent. Top arm reaches all the way over to lengthen throughout the entire side body. Another big inhale as you're here. Exhale, release the hands down to the floor. Start to walk your hands all the way back to the other side of the mat. Let's step that front foot back and move through a vinyasa. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, chest up, shoulders back, or baby cobra's there for you. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Good, now we're going to bring it all together. We're going to flow through this 2 times. Keeping in mind, Jenny's there with the modifications if you need it. Let's do the best that you can here. Inhale, raise the right leg to the sky. Exhale, steps the right foot forward. Back foot spins flat. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, reach the arms back. Inhale, raise the arms, warrior one. Exhale, open warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg, raise the arms. Exhale, reverse triangle pose. Inhale, reach forward, hinge forward, both arms extend. Exhale, extended triangle pose. Inhale, reverse warrior, rebend the front knee. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the floor. We're going to walk our hands all the way back to that other foot. Step it back. Let's lower, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, chest forward. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Inhale, raise the left leg to the sky, connecting with the breath. Exhale, steps the left foot forward. Back foot spins flat. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, reach the arms back. Inhale, raise the arms, warrior one. Exhale, we open warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg, raise the arms. Exhale, reverse triangle pose. Inhale, hinge forward, both arms reach. Exhale, extended triangle. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach back, arch back. Exhale, hands to the floor. Walk your hands all the way back to the other side. Front foot now steps back. Let's lower, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Looks good, guys. Let's do one more round here together, connecting, moving with the breath. Right leg leads. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, steps the right foot forward. Back foot spins flat. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Connect with the breath. Exhale, reach the arms back. Inhale, raise the arms. Warrior one. Exhale, open warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Raise the arms. Exhale, reverse triangle pose. Inhale, hinge forward. Arms reach forward. Exhale, extended triangle. Inhale, reverse the warrior, rebend the front knee. Exhale, hands to the floor. Good, walk all the way over to the other side. Front foot steps back, lower down, guys. Chaturanga, stick with me. Inhale, up dog, baby cobra's there for you. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Right to it, inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, steps the left foot forward, spin the back foot flat. Inhale, reach both arms forward. Exhale, reach both arms back. Inhale, raise the arms, warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg, raise both arms. Exhale, extended triangle pose, start to reach back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, extended triangle pose. Inhale, reverse the warrior, rebend the front knee as the top arm reaches back. Exhale, release the hands down to the floor. You're gonna walk all the way forward and all the way back. Step the front foot back. Let's lower down, chaturanga. Inhale your way into upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Good, from downward dog, just start to deepen the breath. Keep pulling the chest back, keep the sit bones lifting. You should feel this effect as if somebody is pressing their hands into your back to help pull the chest all the way back. What that's going to do here is going to help lengthen throughout the back part of the body. Heels are lowering down to the floor as you can feel the stretch go a little bit deeper into the calves. This next sequence is all about the core. So you really want to keep that engagement here as you start to move it with a little bit more awareness. Inhale, raise the left leg to the sky. Left leg this time. Good. Now, as you exhale, let's bring the left knee to the left wrist. So it comes all the way down. Engage the belly here. Use the inhale to pull the knee to the shoulder. Gonna pause here. Notice how Mike lifted his hips up. Good. Now let's lower the knee back down to the wrist. Good. Inhale, raise the left leg all the way up and back. Downward dog split. Exhale, bends the knee and open the hip. Good. We're gonna stay there. So the pelvis right now should be open towards the TV. Good. Jenny's going to stay here with the open hip and the bent knee. So keep in mind, if you need to modify, this is where you're going to stay. Mike's going to flip his dog, which means he's going to take his back foot and bring it down to the floor as the top arm reaches over. This is going to be a great stretch for the abs, also opening up the chest. Good. Now from here, Mike's going to come right into side plank. Jenny's going to go ahead and modify, bringing her bottom knee to the floor, raising the top arm to the sky. Checking with this alignment, guys. We have the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulder all stacked. Hips are elevated, belly's active. You want a little bit more challenge here in the pose. Can you start to raise the top leg? Good. Really engaging that core here, especially those obliques. Working for that personal best. Belly stays tight. Good, guys. Go ahead and start to pull the top knee towards the chest. Look forward. The top foot steps all the way to the front of the mat. Good. Come off of the back knee. Good, you're gonna walk your hands all the way back and all the way around facing the other foot. That front foot now steps back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra's there for you. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Good, everything here happens on the other side. Inhale, raise the leg towards the TV, up towards the sky. Good, now you're gonna take that knee to the wrist. Engage the belly. Inhale, raise back to the shoulder. Exhale, lower back down to the wrist. Inhale, leg all the way up and back, downward dog split. Exhale, bends the knee, opens the hip. Good, we're gonna stay here for a moment. I want you to focus on opening those hips towards the TV. Keep pressing down with the hands. Jenny's gonna stay here to modify. Mike's gonna flip his dog. So Mike's top foot goes behind the back leg. Ideally trying to keep this back leg straight so it's already set up for side plank because that's where we're gonna be heading. Good, guys, let's come into side plank. Jenny's coming right into her modification by lowering the bottom knee to the floor. And if you want a little bit more out of this, let's go ahead and raise the top leg. But the option is up to you. Arms are stacked. Belly's tight. Pull it in. Good, guys. Another inhale. Exhale. Start to pull the knee towards the chest. Look forward. Step the foot all the way forward. Both hands come down to the ground. Back knee comes off the floor. Walk your hands all the way back and all the way around towards the front of the mat. Good. Step that front foot back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra's there for you. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Nice. From downward dog, slowly shift forward to plank pose. From plank pose, I want you to go down nice and slowly, lowering down to chaturanga all the way to the floor. All the way down. Once you're down, you can release the tuck of the toes and the tops of the feet are on the floor. Good. Now from here, you're going to start to come into baby cobra once again. So you're just going to lift the shoulder heads up and lift the chest up. Good. Your challenge here within this baby cobra is to float the hands off the floor. Let's keep the hands off the ground. Even you, Jenny, you can raise those hands up. Good. And then we're going to put little pulses into the spine. So little pulse here. Lift the chest, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Good. If you need to modify a little bit, you can start to bring your fingertips to the floor. But if you can stick with this, guys, try to keep those hands off the ground. We're here for 5, engaging the lower back for 4, 3, 2, last one to hold it up, give it one final squeeze, and then exhale, slowly release all the way down. Good, now that you're here, walk the hands back just slightly. Jenny's gonna come right back up into baby cobra. Mike's gonna come all the way up into upward facing dog. Nice, guys, press back into downward facing dog. From downward dog, listen carefully before you go to it. I'm going to have you come to the front of your mat, but you're going to be having your feet on the outside of the hands. Outside of the hands. Inhale, bends the knees. Exhale, either step or jump, bringing the feet to the outside of the hands, coming into a low squat malasana. So you're sitting down low, hands come center to the heart. Good. Now from here, can you start to lift the chest up a little bit higher? Find that strong engagement here of the core. Finding that balance here within the body. Good. Now from here, you're going to take the hand that's towards the TV. I want you to start to reach it back behind you, bringing the fingertips down towards the floor. You're going to start to lean back towards that hand and then bring the other hand back with you as well. Jenny's modification here is just coming right down to her butt. We're going to walk the hands back slightly and then start to lift the hips up, coming into a tabletop position. Shoulders rotate back as the chest keeps pulling up towards the sky. Good. Now start to take the gaze back behind you. Can you deepen the breath and keep raising the hips a little bit higher? Good. Start to bring your gaze back forward and then release the butt down to the floor. Coming right into our sequence of Navasana, which is another name for yogi crunches. Chest is up, shoulders are back. I'm going to have Jenny keep her feet on the floor, so keep in mind with that modification. Mike's going to raise his legs and straighten his legs out completely. I'm going to come into another modification and keep a little bend in my knees. Good, guys. Connecting here with the breath. Puff the chest up. Inhale, lower down halfway. As you're halfway here, legs are straightening here if you can. Belly's pulled in. Exhale, bring it back up. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale to rise. Inhale, lower. Exhale to rise. Keep that going. Inhale, lower. Exhale to rise. Inhale, lower. Exhale to rise. Keep going on your own. Can you find this connection here with your breath, your body, your belly, and your obliques? Find that place that's going to challenge you and keep going. Still connecting with the breath, so we're still moving through a vinyasa here. Inhales to lower, exhale to rise. 2 more with me. Last one to lower, last one to rise. Stay here, puff the chest up. Good, now gently lower all the way down to your back. Keep the feet off the floor, keep the shoulder blades off the ground. So you're going to create a little bit of challenge here. You can keep the feet on the floor if needed for the modification, but can you keep the shoulder blades off the ground? Let's really pull that core in tight. And then little pulses here for the last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Good, everybody together, big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth side out. Good, let's do one more of those. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale, open up side out. Nice. Now from here, I want you to stay on your back, but you're going to start to bend the knees. As you bend the knees, I want you to keep your feet flat to the floor. You're going to press down with the feet and start to raise the hips to the sky. Hips stay lifted. Mike's going to take his hands and interlock them behind his back, squeezing the shoulder blades a little bit closer. Jenny's going to use that block there, bringing it underneath her spine. Now you can feel free to use a block if needed. Another little option here, which I'm going to walk Mike through, is he's going to release the lock of his hands and start to reach the hands back behind him. Palms are going to be facing down towards the floor with the fingers pointing towards the shoulders. Press down with the feet, press down with the hands, see if you can raise all the way up into full wheel. Full wheel is awesome right now because it really stretches out the entire belly, which we've been working a lot throughout this entire practice. Keep pulling the chest away from you. Keep raising the hips higher towards the sky. Make sure those knees aren't splaying out too far. We're just here for about 3 more breaths. Stay with it for 2 and 1. Slowly release down. If you were in full wheel, chin tucks to your chest before you lower. And then Jenny's just going to go ahead and release the block. Nice, guys. I want you to take your legs and just start to windshield wiper them side to side. Just let them go back and forth. As you do that, we're just relaxing the spine here. Good. Legs come back to center. Take your right leg, tightly cross it over your left leg. Shift your hips slightly over towards the left, and you're going to drop the legs towards the TV. Good. Now, as you hear, I want you to feel this effect as if you're breathing all the way up into your chest, allowing your chest to open and expand as you breathe in. And then allow your exhale to be so deep that it just makes the entire body relax. Again, as you inhale, you breathe all the way up into the chest. As you exhale, you allow the entire body to relax. The legs come back to center. Once the legs are back to center, I want you to switch the cross of the legs. And then drop the legs away from the TV. Dropping the legs away from the TV. And again, as we're here, I want you to start to put that focus into the breath, breathing all the way up into the chest, allowing the chest to expand and open as you breathe in. And allowing that exhale to be so deep that it just can't help but relax the entire body. Letting go of any places that you're still holding on to or creating tension. Good. Legs slowly start to come back to center. Release the cross of the legs and then hug both knees into your chest. As you're in this position, I want you to focus on curling yourself up into a tiny little ball, taking the forehead, pulling it into the knees, and giving yourself a big squeeze. Good. Big inhale through the nose. Hold the breath to the top. We're going to hold here for the next 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale to release. Allow the arms and the legs to fully extend and splay open. Good. Arms are extended forward. Palms face up. Close the eyes down, coming into your Shavasana, or you can decide to sit up with me and come into a seated meditation. If you decide to come up into a seated meditation, just go ahead and turn the palms to face up. Puff the chest up, pull the shoulders back, and relax the shoulders down the back. We're taking this time to fully center ourselves, letting go of any thought or worry, and allowing the effects of the practice to sink in. Begin to allow the breath to come in and out smoothly, allowing the body to just relax and surrender. Letting go of any places that you're still holding on to or creating tension. So I always feel it's a good time to do a full inventory check of the body, noticing what it feels like all the way from the toes, working your way all the way up to the temples, noticing if there's any part of the body that's still creating tension. Can you let it go? Trying to find more and more ease throughout the entire body. So allowing the breath to move through you gently and smoothly. Letting each exhale be a way for you to let go even more. If you're in that seated meditation, this is where I'm going to ask you to stay. If you're laying down in Shavasana, this is where we start to wake up a little bit more. Start to deepen the breath. Begin to allow the inhales and exhales to become a bit longer. Those of you in Shavasana, start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And then reach the arms up and over the head. As the arms reach up and over the head, you're creating a bit more length and extension, finding more space throughout the body. Good. If you're laying on the floor, bring your knees in towards your chest. And then gently roll yourself over towards the TV. So you're just rolling facing the TV. Good. Release the hands down to the floor. And then press your way up into a seated pose. Coming into a cross-leg position. Joining me in this seated position. Chest is lifted, shoulders are back, and shoulders are relaxed down the back. Palms are facing up. We're in a place here that we're open to receive. Just allow yourself the permission here to fully receive in this moment. Bring the palms together, and then bring the thumbs towards your chest center. Bow your head forward into your hands. Just taking the time here to honor this moment, to honor yourself, and to honor the practice. Take the time and thank yourself. Thank yourself for deciding to come in and do something healthy and positive for you, for your body, for your mind, and for your spirit. Namaste.